Rose family, it's your girl Serenity Rose, and we're back with another video. And as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a foundation wear test for the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, but this is their dewy version. I have mine in the same shade as the original foundation, which is caramel, which is a medium deep shade according to them. If you guys want to see how this wore for 9 hours and my thoughts, and if it's Serenity Rose approved, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, but this is their new dewy version, and I got the same shade as the other one, but they don't seem to be like the same exact shade. So this is in the shade caramel. I do have the regular one as well in caramel, and this is what it looks like. I don't really think this is going to be my match, but we will make it work. And it is currently about to be like 2:30, so I'm going to try to get this done by 2:30 because I have to leave at 3 to go get some groceries. So for moisturizer, I'm taking the Pixi Skin Treats H2O Skin Drink. This is their Pure Hydration Gel. For primer, I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Prime Blur Pore Minimizing Primer. It's just the black clear one. So now that the primer is nice and settled into the skin, we can go in with the foundation. So I think this one has a spatula as well. The paint scent from the first foundation that they released isn't like as strong in this one. So it doesn't smell as bad. I mean, it still has a little scent, but not as strong as the first one. So let's just apply some. I'm going to do this side with the sponge. On this side, we're going to use the BH Cosmetics 123 brush. So the side with the brush is a lot more full coverage than the side with the sponge, and it looks a lot more heavier. So I'm just going to go over everything with the sponge. So I can definitely see the dewy luminosity look with this foundation. Definitely a big difference from their original foundation. So this is what it looks like up close. Very dewy. So let's add concealer and powder, and then I'll do the rest off of camera. So for concealer, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Toffee. So anywhere I put concealer, I'm going to take the Collab Set the Stage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder in Sand Beige. And then everywhere else, I'm going to use the AOA Studio Perfect Pressed Powder in 158 Honey. So this is what everything is looking like right now. Nice and set. I can still see the dewiness through the powder, so I really, really like that. I'm going to finish everything else off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the completed look. It is currently 2:50 p.m. So we're going to try to wear this for 8 hours. So around 10:50 or 9:50, I will be taking this makeup off. But this is what it's looking like, full face completed. I didn't go too heavy on anything like blush or highlight. I really wanted this foundation to, you know, peek through and show what it can do. So this is what it's looking like up close. I think the color is okay for me. It's like a tad bit too dark, but it works because I can lighten it with powders or concealer. So yeah, I will see you guys in the check-in. Okay, so I'm on my way to Walmart to go pick up my groceries. I have it set up so I could do just like a straight up pickup. Like I'll go park in a parking spot 1 through 10, and then they just load my groceries into my car. So this is what it's looking like in natural lighting. And yeah, I finished my makeup around 2:40, so we'll just start the wear test at 2:40. But this is what it's looking like, and it looks pretty flawless if you ask me. I am creasing a bit, but that could be just because of the concealer or the powder. So yeah, so I will see you guys in a few hours. Okay, so it is currently 7:58, I think. So it's been about 5+ hours, and this is what it's looking like. My nose, again, is excessively oily, especially around the tip. It has settled into some fine lines, like right here and here. Also some smile lines. But besides that, it is pretty set. Like I don't see anywhere else that's getting oily, so I can probably predict how this wear test is gonna go around the 8-hour mark. This whole area is probably gonna look extremely, extremely oily. But that is just a prediction. Obviously my lips wore off because I was eating, but I'm not gonna touch anything up, but I do want to try to blend out those fine lines because I don't like the way that looks. That kind of helped, but yeah, I'll see you guys around 10, which will be the 8-hour mark. So it is currently 11:32, which means it's 8 hours away from the 9-hour mark, and I am ready to take this off. So my lips are super dry, so please don't mind that. Actually, I'm gonna add moisturizer. So for 9 hours of wear, I'm actually surprised at how this looks. It looks dewy, but not like oily. Like my nose, yes, looks super oily, but everywhere else just looks really, really dewy. I'm like shocked. I expect this to look like a complete grease ball. So we're gonna do the standard, you know, set and refresh before I wipe this makeup off my face. So I'm going to use my AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Pressed Powder in 158 Honey to basically just take away the oil from my nose and refresh the rest of my face. Okay, so I adjusted the lighting and everything looks practically brand new. I probably should have done a close-up before I set. It completely slipped my mind, but this is what it looks like after I touch up. So here are my final thoughts about this foundation. It wears beautifully. It does have that dewy look to it, and it doesn't get super oily like over time. It does start getting oily around my nose or on my nose around the 4 to 5 hour mark, but that is the only spot on my face that I got like excessively oily. Everywhere else just looked really nice and dewy and luminous, which I can appreciate in a foundation because I'm naturally oily and it sucks that I can't wear dewy or luminous foundations without looking like a greaseball at the end of the day. And even if it does get oily, you can just easily touch up with powder. So as far as this foundation goes, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I really do love the way that it wore. It doesn't feel heavy, it feels very lightweight. The paint scent is not as strong as their original foundation. The color match for me is pretty decent. And the only thing I don't like, so I'm going to change my rating to 9.5 actually, because the only thing that I don't like is that it settled into a lot of fine lines, like very noticeably. Like my smile lines here, I mean, I blotted that away with my sponge earlier at the previous check-in, but it settled in right here, and it was in my smile lines before I fixed it. But besides that, I have no other complaints. So I definitely give this foundation a 9.5. I freaking love their original foundation, and I think I love this one a bit more. The original one isn't so much matte, but it isn't like luminous and hydrating or dewy looking on the skin, if that makes any sense. So if you're thinking about getting it, I highly recommend. I'm oily, well, I'm combo, but mainly oily. So again, I highly recommend. It is Serenity Rose approved. And if you want to purchase it, I got mine today at my local Walmart, and I'm pretty sure it's the same price as the original one. I think this was either $4.98 or $5.98. So if you're interested, go check your local drugstore. But I am ready to take this beat off. So that brings this video to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below about what you guys thought about the foundation. If you have it, if you're going to try it, if you're going to buy it, leave it all down below in the comment section. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you guys go. It'll be up here in this little corner right here. And on that note, I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night, wherever you guys are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!